It is impossible to think of Texas football without thinking of Earl Campbell. Yet just 5 years before the Tyler Rose came to Austin, it would have been impossible. Jackie Robinson broke baseball's color barrier in 1947, yet nearly a quarter of a century later, the Texas Longhorns won the 1969 national championship with an all-white roster. 1969.
One small step for man.
Yes, the USA put a man on the moon
One giant leap for mankind.
before Texas put a black man on the football field. Enter San Antonio's own. Born and raised just a stone's throw from the Alamo Dome on the Near East Side, Julius Whittier was a maverick from the beginning, the prankster among his three brothers and sisters.
We didn't understand him until later years, and that's when the real individual came to light. Anything that was out of the norm, he would do.
So when recruited as a star from Highlands High School to become the Longhorns' version of Jackie Robinson, he was more than up for the challenge.
It was racially segregated. He had the wherewithal and the strength to try to make a difference by going there, not just with his scholarship, but in terms of changing the minds of individuals. And he challenged them.
In order to make changes, you have to have people to come in and willing to come in and sacrifice certain things to make changes. And I think Julius sacrificed a lot in order to encourage people like myself. If you come into this environment, that you can actually change what's going on here.
And change he did. He became the first African-American to earn a letter playing at Texas, playing both offensive line and tight end, and winning a national championship. But winning football games was only a small part of what he wanted to accomplish.
Julius was the most curious person I think I ever met in my life. He had this thing about understanding everything.
Football was his gateway to gaining significant knowledge, and that was what he was about. President Johnson took him aside and encouraged him to go to the LBJ school at UT, which Julius did. He got his master's in public affairs, and he went to law school, got his law degree.
Julius enjoyed a long professional legal career as a prosecutor in Dallas, paving the way in that field just as he did on the football field.
He represented the dreams, the hopes, the aspirations of a lot of African Americans throughout Texas that believed that our children, should have the same fullness of that experience that so many other Texans had had.
So it was something about Julius that made it possible for him to navigate that environment and break through those barriers. So it was this wide-angle lens that Julius had that I think was a critical piece to just how he viewed life and took on monumental challenges.
Whittier passed away in 2018, and in 2020, 50 years after he broke through, the players that he paved the way for had a monumental challenge of their own, a challenge to the university to recognize Julius for his contributions.
And I spent many times with Earl Campbell. And he talked about the influence of Mr. Whittier on our football program. When he came here, opened the doors for him, Roosevelt Leaks, the great student athletes to come after Julius.
I never saw myself as a maverick, but more as a member of a team that exhibited greatness on the field and off.
Greatness indeed, and worthy of induction into the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame.
He would be very proud, especially with it coming from San Antonio. And he would just be beaming. He would be beaming. It's an honor.